2 straight winning weeks. Boy, did we need it. Boy, we have needed it very badly, trying to keep it going. I originally went through looking at the lines provided by FanDuel, of course, the official sports book of the Locked On Podcast Network. And I had 5 favorites picked out, all at home. And I went, oh, no, we can't. Oh, that's ripe for disaster. That felt like the old Spencer's Best Bets. Felt like the picks doomed to fail every single week. So we made an adjustment in there. And there are only 3. Let me start with one of the underdogs I like. The California Golden Bears. This is an upset alert special. Virginia is going all the way across the country. Cal, like SMU, is going to have a little chip off the old shoulder because they went across the country last week, had the Virginia Tech game all but won, and they gave it away. One of the worst beats of the week last week was Cal plus 4.5. I almost put it in the best bets, decided no. Not betting on a team that's doing a cross-country road trip, not betting on a team in Virginia Tech that has an interim head coach because their head coach got fired earlier this season. Not doing that. Not doing that. It would have been a pretty bad beat. What would have been up there with the Kansas-Missouri debacle from week 2. Gosh, that one still annoys me. Anyway, Cal plus 5.5. And you know what? I'm going to go for it. Give me Cal to outright pull the upset against the Virginia Cavaliers. Jaren Kiave-Sangapolotele has cooled off. I think this is a get-right spot. Virginia is overrated in the AP poll. Their resume was boosted by a win over then top 10 Florida State. And Florida State, I think I was one of the few people that pumped the brakes after they beat Alabama. I didn't think they'd be winless in the ACC. I didn't automatically see them as a national title contender. That's a mess. Virginia is a good team. I don't think they're undeserving of being ranked. They're inside my top 25. I think Cal knocks them off this week. Give me the Bears 27-23 over the Cavaliers. Speaking of home underdogs on the West Coast, why not? Pitt has quietly been playing good football over the last several weeks, but they're giving up too many points to Stanford, 14.5. The Cardinal, very quietly, could be trending towards hiring Frank Reich as their head coach because he's performing better than expected. There's no other way to see it. Quarterback situation has not been incredible, but again, this is kind of a geography pick. This is a long trip for Pitt. I don't know if they've made it before. Stanford's been playing okay. Don't need that many points. I think Pitt wins. Stanford covers 24-13. That is my pair of underdogs for the week. 3 favorites. Let me start. And this is going to feel unpatriotic. This is going to feel wrong to some people, but you just gotta hear me out on North Texas minus 6.5 against Navy. The most, and I'm a victim of this as well, under-discussed name in the coaching carousel at the moment is Eric Morris. And if Big 12 jobs come open, Baylor, if Dave Aranda is relieved of that particular position, or if Rhett Lashley takes another job and SMU is open, watch for Eric Morris. This is a guy who has coached some big-time quarterbacks, including John Mateer and Cam Ward at one point in time. And the offense he has just flat out scores. That's all they do. I don't think there are going to be a lot of points kept off the board in this game. It could be who has the ball last. Navy's offense has been real good. We know they can run the football. That's a staple of a service academy for our entire lives, and I hope that never changes. Of all the unique things about college football, is there anything more distinct about this sport compared to international sports leagues in other countries than, we have teams that represent our armed services? Isn't that awesome? It kind of is. Not kind of. It just is. It's just flat out awesome. So anyway, North Texas minus 6.5. Navy has allowed 30 or more points in 3 straight games. North Texas might put up a 50-piece. And I don't doubt that Navy is going to be able to find a way to score. This is going to be my highest point score prediction for any game that I have made so far this season. North Texas covers 6.5. They win 52 to 42. I will take North Texas to win and cover the 6.5. Next one, also a matter of principle. North Carolina's lone win on the road this year is at Charlotte, and Syracuse has been dealt a bad hand with Kyle McCord not getting another year of eligibility. Then Steve Angeli looks good, and he's hurt out for the year. Syracuse is at home. They're only giving up 2.5 points. This feels like a value pick to me. Home, sub field goal against a team whose only road win is against Charlotte. They have looked flat and lifeless at home or on the road. And Syracuse with Fran Brown, I think as crazy as it might sound to say, it really isn't. Syracuse has the better coach in this game. So I've got a roster that I like more. Not saying that I love Syracuse's roster in this spot. I'm just saying 2.5 points. Yeah, give me the orange. Give me the orange to win 27-17 over North Carolina. They cover the 2.5. And finally, a game that before the season I had picked as a different outcome, shall we say. It was a different outcome. Yeah, I have adapted to new information, and I will not be taking Penn State to go to Columbus and win. Boy, Penn State and Clemson. Remember when they were hot commodities on shows like this one and others? Yeah, those were the days if you're a Tigers or an Nittany Lions fan. Ohio State is giving up less than 20 points. Penn State has given up more than 20 points in every Big Ten game so far this season. How in the world is Penn State's whatever the offense is scoring more than 10 against Ohio State, whose offense has been rolling and has found a rhythm? You know the only team to hold Ohio State under 20 points? Texas. And that was back in week 1. If that game happened now, I do not believe that Ohio State would be held under 20 points again because the offense has improved significantly. Julian Sain has found his groove, and the defense continues to play at an incredibly high level. So they can play complementary football. They can be balanced. They can do a lot. They've got a bunch of weapons. I think Ohio State cruises in this game. 35-3. I'm taking the Buckeyes over Penn State. So week 10 best bets. Ohio State minus 19.5 against Penn State. Syracuse minus 2.5 against North Carolina. North Texas minus 6.5 against Navy. Cal plus 5.5 against Virginia. Give me the outright win. Stanford plus 14.5 at home against Pitt. That is how it is going down. And no, I will not be answering questions about anything related to these two individuals. Woody and Buzz are doing just fine. Appreciate everyone listening. I'll see you next time. And until then, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.